Hello, my name is Edwin Moreno. I'm a risk management advisor and sales manager with LR Windsor here in Chicago. And today I want to go over the GC application process here in Chicago. Just as a disclaimer, I do not help contractors with the application process professionally, but I do assist contractors with their insurance coverages, which is what they need in order to apply for the GC license here in Chicago. So I will not be going over the whole application. I'm going to be going over pages 1 and 4 of the application, which those sections pertain to insurance. And I know that there can be some confusion also with some of the numbers that are listed on the sections. So I'd love to go over the language and be able to decipher some of it for you and equip you with some tools that can help you with those goals that you have. I've insured many contractors here in Chicago and in different states. And this is an application that I have gone over with a lot of Spanish-speaking clients as well, where they need help with translation. And through the translation, I've learned a lot, and I've been able to see that a lot of these things aren't common knowledge. So I'm excited to be able to share with you what I've learned throughout the years. I've been in the insurance industry for 14 years with a focus on business insurance, medium-sized to large commercial, and being able to equip you with the right tools is something that I'm really passionate about. So I figure I could use these platforms to be able to share more of that with you. So let's get right into it. I haven't pre-filled anything out. I just wanted to show you page 1 is, again, basic information when it comes to your applicant name, the company name and address, and what type of entity you are. Here is what I wanted to go over is where it's the license type and the dollar limit per contract project and what that means. So there's different classes of licenses. There's a class A, B, C, D, and E. Now, class C, D, and E require the same insurance limits. Class A and B require higher insurance limits because it means that you are bidding and you're going for larger projects. So if you're going for projects that are 10 million and over, you need a class A license and you're going to need a higher liability limit. And if you're going for the class B license for $10 million projects and lower, you're going to need a lower limit, but not as low as the class C, D, and E. Okay, so and again, those fees are different as well depending on the license that you go for. So as you can see here, this is page 4, and your insurance agent should be able to provide you with the information that's required on page 4. Page 4 is who the insurance company is that you're insured with. What is their address? What is their phone number? What is the policy number to the policy that you got from your insurance agent? The effective date and when is the expiration date? It should be an annual policy that is typical for the general liability policies for general contractors. Okay. Now, the different limits are here also on this page, where as you can see, the class C, D, and E, same limits of liability, $1 million per occurrence, $2 million for the aggregate. The only thing that changes is the cost of the license when you apply for it. So these limits are something that the way that they review this is with something that's called a certificate of insurance, which is another thing that your insurance agent should be able to provide to you, is a certificate of insurance. And what they want is something specific on that certificate. They want the city of Chicago general contractor's license to be listed as certificate holder and additional insured. Okay, so I'm going to go over 2 things. One is, what is an additional insured, and what are these limits? What do these limits pertain to? Now, if you're applying for class C, D, and E, a standard policy for your general liability can give you $1 million per occurrence with a $2 million aggregate. Okay, the $2 million aggregate means your policy total is $2 million. The per occurrence of 1 million means that when you have a claim, one occurrence, something happens, something occurred, you have up to $1 million for that claim. If you have one claim that's $100,000, that means you have, you can just keep having a lot of $100,000 claims, and then you would have up to $2 million total right, that you're covered for. But for one occurrence, one time that the claim, the instance where that claim occurred, you have $1 million for that, and then you have up to $2 million total. And that's for the policy, that's for the term, right, for the year of the policy, okay? So your standard policy will be able to give you these limits that are required for these 3 license types. For Class A and B license, you're going to need an umbrella policy. The umbrella policy gives you an extra layer of coverage that can increase the per occurrence, right? So the coverage that you need for that one claim. Since you're bidding for bigger jobs, it's more likely that the claims could be larger. So what they want is, if there's one claim, they want to make sure that there's $3 million in coverage per that one occurrence, right? So you would need to purchase a $2 million umbrella to give you enough coverage, okay? And it's going to cost more, of course. And then if you want the Class A license, you're going to need a $4 million umbrella to make sure that it gives you that $5 million per occurrence. So you have enough coverage if you happen to have one claim that's up to $5 million. And then, you know, when you're getting to the larger projects, depending on where you are too, they might require more coverage on top of this, but this is what the city requires in order for you to get that type of license, okay? So what's great about this is, you can see cities listed there, the additional insured piece. Now, the city wants to be listed as additional insured. They want to be additionally insured, protected on your policy in case anything happens to city property, city gets sued because of a project that you did. They want to be protected under your policy. So they want proof that you have coverage, and they want the certificate that states that they're listed as additional insured. Now, on your policies, you should be able to request to get a blanket additional insured. I've ran into a lot of people that say, I have to pay every time I ask for a certificate. Now, a lot of times that happens because you don't have a blanket additional insured endorsement that gives you that additional insured cover where you can put it on every project that requires you in a contract that you have them listed as additional insured. There has to be a contract between you and the other party that states that you are to list them as additional insured, and then that blanket kicks in, and you'll be able to provide that certificate of insurance for that project that you have. So those are the 2 things to keep in mind. Again, if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Feel free to reach out to us also. You could comment, you can reach out to us directly. You can reach me through LinkedIn or through Facebook, also through YouTube. Feel free to leave a comment, but the best way would be through LinkedIn, where my email is and my information is. You can feel free to connect with me through there, and also through our LR Windsor page as well, where you can request a quote or request any information. Again, I do hope that this video is of value, at least of what the agent should be providing to you and the service that they should be providing for you. And they should be able to at least explain some of the stuff on this application. What's great is that the application also has a checklist on there with everything that you need. I'll leave a link to the application as well in the description for the video. So if you have any questions, all my contact info will be on there. Please follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Twitter. And I do plan on sharing more, so comment if you have any questions on anything else or any kinds of applications. And I'm looking forward to sharing some good insight on how to apply for different licenses, or at least where does the insurance come into play with the application that you might have, and what is our responsibility, right, as agents to you, the client. Again, my name is Edwin Moreno. I'm a risk management advisor and commercial sales manager at LR Windsor in Chicago. And I really do, thanks for taking the time to watch this. Please like, please share, and let's see what we post next.